gm.tv.
And is he shaken but not stirred? Yep, 007 is back. Daniel Craig tells GMTV he's not too blonde to be Bond. Carla's been to the Bahamas to meet him on set. We've got more from Daniel and Carla in half an hour's time.
I think he's very handsome.
He's got it going on. He looks good in those shots, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I think it's just he's not as effusive about the role as perhaps some of the other Bonds have been so far. He's playing it down quite a lot. I quite like that, though.
Now, and another hunk to wake you up with a smile this morning. He's the opera star who turned Simon Cowell down, and he's been criticised for being too trendy. Make your own mind up in 20 minutes' time.
He's going to be singing for us. Sounds great already. So right now, though, it's bang on 7 o'clock, so let's get the news to Amanda.
Ben, thank you. The headlines at 7. Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch shut down as he fails to pay his workers. Hundreds of doctors have called on the US to stop force-feeding prisoners at Guantanamo Bay. And scoring millions, Wayne and Colleen are to be the faces of Asda. Good morning. There are more problems today for the pop superstar Michael Jackson. He's been fined and ordered to shut down his famous Neverland Ranch in California because he hasn't paid his staff for months. Well, Cordelia Kretschmar is in New York for us this morning. Cordelia, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, he's got the world's biggest ever-selling album in his back pocket, so it's either his lavish lifestyle or those astronomical legal fees putting him so deeply into debt. Either way, the cash flow has run out for Michael Jackson. He's even stopped paying his servants now.
The fairy tale home of the Peter Pan of pop. Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch gained notoriety as the special place he entertained his young friends. With its amusement park and zoo, the 2,500-acre domain was a dream come true for children. But that turned into a nightmare for Jackson when police raided the ranch in 2004, looking for evidence in a child molestation case against the singer. In the trial that followed, Jackson was accused of abusing children at that famous home, charges he denied, and he was found not guilty last year. Now, though, Neverland has come back to haunt him again. More than 60 workers haven't been paid in months. Jackson hasn't paid their insurance either, and he's now been fined around £100,000 and his beloved ranch shut down.
Well, earlier we spoke to the man who's ordering Michael Jackson to shut down that legendary refuge of his. He says if Michael Jackson doesn't come up with the cash soon, he could end up back in court.
We may very well have to turn this over to the local district attorney for criminal prosecution, or we can take it into a civil court and seek action in that course.
But after all, Michael Jackson still has a roof over his head, and quite a lavish roof at that. He's been staying in Bahrain since his court case last year with the King of Bahrain's son.
Cordelia, many thanks for that. Thousands of pensioners face the prospect of paying back money given them to by mistake by a government department. It's the latest difficulty involving benefits following the fiasco over child tax payments. Here's Nick Dixon.
Pension credits are a lifeline for millions of elderly people, but now many face getting that income slashed because of government errors. New figures obtained by the Conservatives show that the cost of mistakes in pension credit has trebled in just 4 years. More than £130 million has been paid out in error, and the government wants its money back. They say they won't make any demands for repayment if it was a genuine official error, but if it was due to incorrect information being given, even inadvertently, many will be forced to pay up.
The Department of Work and Pension says it has a number of initiatives to focus on errors and that their checking regime is now much more rigorous. It also says £130 million of overpayment reflects a period of time before these new measures were introduced.
But that will be of little consolation to the thousands forced to pay for the government's mistakes.
Nick Dixon reporting there. Now, the former Conservative Minister John Profumo, who was at the centre of one of the biggest political scandals of the 20th century, has died. He was 91. He was forced to resign from the cabinet in 1963 for lying to the House of Commons over his affair with the showgirl Christine Keeler. The story was made into the film Scandal in 1989. More than 250 doctors from 7 countries have signed a letter calling on the United States to stop force-feeding prisoners at Guantanamo Bay in Cuba who are on hunger strike. They also want medical staff carrying out the force-feeding to be disciplined. It's believed 5 detainees are refusing food. The government's official watchdog is criticising ministers for the way they dealt with the collapse of MG Rover. The government gave the ailing car giant a £6 million loan in the hope the firm would be bailed out by a Chinese company. But the National Audit Office says the chance of getting such a deal was remote, and £5.2 million will now have to be written off. New research suggests that poorer air quality on planes could contribute to the risk of passengers developing deep vein thrombosis. It had been thought the higher risk of blood clots was entirely due to sitting still for long periods, but researchers in Holland have found that air passengers showed more signs of clotting than those who didn't move in the cinema. They think low air pressure and oxygen levels are to blame. Now, Earth has been the only place known to have running water until now. Scientists believe they've discovered evidence of water on one of Saturn's icy moons, rekindling hope in the existence of extraterrestrial life outside planet Earth. What are you tucking into for breakfast this morning? Well, for many of us, it could well be porridge. Sales have soared by 81% in just 5 years. The health benefits of eating porridge are thought to be the main reason for its recent revival. Wayne Rooney is to be the new face of a major supermarket campaign. The England striker, along with his girlfriend Colleen McLaughlin, will front a series of adverts for Asda over the next 2.5 years in a deal reportedly worth £3.5 million. Yesterday, Rooney signed a £5 million publishing deal. Now, the actor Daniel Craig has been defending his role as the latest James Bond. It follows reports that he's not up to the job. Filming on location in the Bahamas for 007's latest adventure, Casino Royale, Craig says there's nothing wrong with being a blonde Bond, and he'll prove to be the toughest one yet. And lots more on the new Bond later in the programme. Now, it is 6 minutes past 7. I'm back at 7:30. Here's what's happening where you are this morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News from ITV Granada. Police investigating the armed raid on a Securitas cash van in Warrington on Wednesday night are trying to trace the movements of the vehicles involved. This white flatbed Volvo V60 lorry was used to block the van before it was rammed by this red Massey Ferguson tractor. A Volvo and a dark-coloured Audi estate were used to get away from the scene. Police say the robbers made off with more than £500,000. More than 600 people attended the first Anthony Walker Young Citizen of the Year award ceremony in Liverpool last night. It was organised by G. Walker in memory of her son, who was murdered in a racist attack in Huyton. Tessa Chapman reports.
It had everything you'd expect from an awards ceremony: black tie, Bucks fizz, celebrities, all in the name of Anthony Walker, whose mother is determined his murder won't be in vain.
It's about time goodness got recognised and appreciated.
And it was Lauren Irwin who was the star of the night, named the first ever Citizen of the Year. So moved by her friend's experiences at the hands of bullies, she wrote and recorded a song about it.
I helped her, and then I've been all around the country, singing the song and doing questions and answers in schools all over the country.
An emotional night for all, but a symbol of the positive legacy G. Walker wants her son's brutal death to leave.
Wayne Rooney, the world's most expensive teenage footballer, has now signed the biggest sports book deal in publishing history. The Manchester United star has agreed a 12-year contract with HarperCollins to write at least 5 books. He'll net a guaranteed £5 million advance before royalties. The first volume will hit the shelves at the end of July. It'll be an autobiography of his life so far, including this year's World Cup. Footballing legends were out in force in Preston last night at a star-studded charity dinner organised by Sir Tom Finney. The Preston North End president was raising awareness of the debilitating disease Alzheimer's, which recently claimed the life of his wife Elsie. Sir Bobby Charlton, David Moyes and Jimmy Armfield were among the famous faces there. That's it for now. I'm back at 8:05. Time now for a look at the region's weather.
Take a deep breath and shout down the weather. Bring it on!
There are some hefty showers about this morning, but there'll also be some bright spells. The rain should ease off during the afternoon, but it will stay cloudy. Top temperature 7 Celsius, 45 Fahrenheit, but chilly with a northerly.
7:09. Now, the great travelling circus could be about to change forever. Next week, MPs decide if a total ban on wild animals performing in these circuses should go ahead. Animal welfare groups say it's a major victory, but circus owners say it's completely unnecessary and not what the audiences want. Joining us from Hull is Great British Circus Director Martin Lacey, and here in the studio, animal rights campaigner Helen Worth. Helen, if we can come to you first. First things, your reaction to this possible ban?
Oh, well, absolutely delighted. Born Free have been campaigning for 10 years. But it's really absolutely due to people, your viewers, writing in and texting and phoning, and it's public opinion that actually changes, and thankfully Ben Bradshaw and the government have listened.
We have had an extraordinary response already this morning. I think we're scrolling some of the text messages we'd have on both sides of the argument, but do you think the ban, or this possible ban, goes far enough?
Well, we have to actually wait and see what the government are proposing on which animals are banned and which are not. We still haven't cleared everything up yet.
But ideally you would like to see all wild animals...
All wild animals banned from circuses, yes.
OK. Let's cross to Martin then. Martin Lacey, who's from the Great British Circus, the director. Martin, thank you for joining us this morning. I'd imagine that you're not too keen on the ban.
Well, first of all, it is discrimination in favour of animal trainers working in zoological gardens. It is a restriction of trade. I mean, how can a French and German animal trainer be allowed to ply his trade, but an English one can't? It's ridiculous. The whole statement is, in fact, illegal. And Helen and her cronies won't admit they have paid the government millions of pounds to get this ban, and they're actually sentencing animals to death. I'm sure your viewers don't want to be a party to that.
OK, I'll just ask Helen, have you paid the government millions of pounds?
Certainly haven't paid the government millions of pounds, not at all.
Where have you got that idea then, Martin?
It's in public record. The government have received about, I think, £1.5 million from the animal rights groups. And I think it's over £2 million in the last 10 years.
Is that do you mean in terms of donations and in terms of the government Labour Party stuff?
That's correct, yeah.
OK. Let's sort of get away from that side of things, because what we're talking about is the ban on these animals, and whether your animals, and what's going to happen to your animals should this ban come in. We can see your tigers being worked in the background, and they're beautiful, beautiful animals, and no one's questioning how well they're looked after. But what will happen to those tigers?
Well, no, they are questioning how well they're looked after. Helen Worth has said that we don't look after our animals properly. I mean, I'm the only circus in the country with tigers, and we're being told we don't look after them properly by an actress. Now, suddenly she's become an expert on tigers.
Helen?
Well, no, the Born Free have scientific evidence that, in fact, they're not being... Well, they're being correctly looked after, and that, you know, it is clearly not a suitable environment for wild animals to be living in. But, you know, I must make clear that we're not trying to close circuses, not at all. It's a wonderful old institution, and it is, of course, proved now that the most popular circuses are, in fact, without wild animals, and it is just possible that more people will go to the circuses when the animals are banned. They could be staying away because it is, you know, the majority of public opinion is against wild animals in circuses.
Martin, can I just ask you again, because I'm not sure you answered, but what would happen to your tigers if this ban did come in?
Well, Helen is telling fibs to your viewers, saying that there's this wonderful sanctuary that's going to keep them. We have already killed half the wild population of tigers, so we can't put them back in the wild, apart from which they're cross-Siberian. They're mongrel tigers. You can't put them back in India. Secondly, they would have to be destroyed, because these animals have had a very active life, rather like police dogs and police horses. And when police horses reach the end of their day, police put them to sleep. They don't give them to a girl to put in the allotment to be up to their eyeballs in mud. These animals have a very mentally and physically stimulating day. They're extremely well looked after. And all this emotive rhetoric we're hearing is not based on scientific evidence. We talk about Born Free scientific evidence. Nobody's ever seen it. I mean, you know, let's start telling the truth. The truth is, we care for animals properly, we're extremely well inspected, I am a government-registered trainer, and I am being denied my right to work, and I'm being forced to put my animals to sleep. I ran a human circus, I lost £100,000. The only circuses that make money is Soleil, which receives enormous financial support from the Canadian government, the Moscow circus and the Chinese circus. Joe Blogg's English circus, with a few jugglers, dies a death.
Helen?
So unfortunately he's using wild animals to make money. Wild animals belong in the wild, not in captivity.
OK, and
We
Martin...
have killed half the wild population. We have killed half the wild population.
There is absolutely no need for those animals to be killed, and they should not be shot. Born Free will help you find sanctuaries for all the wild animals in circuses.
Helen is talking rubbish. Helen is talking rubbish. I wouldn't urinate on Born Free if they were on fire.
Oh my God!
Obviously, now
let's start telling the truth.
Martin,
Let us start telling the truth.
Martin, we need to sort of be a little bit more careful about what we're suggesting, because that's sort of a
Could I also say that it's not just Born Free. The public opinion and now the government agree that wild animals should not be in circuses.
This is absolute rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. Unless we have animals properly kept in circuses and zoological gardens, my grandchildren are only going to see them stuffed in a museum. The wild is shrinking. The other day, I saw a program where 10,000 orangutans were burnt to death. It is a fact that tigers are killed for Chinese medicine and their furs. The sooner we have properly run zoological gardens, as I say, and proper breeding programs, the better. All this emotive rhetoric just makes me sick. And I am disgusted that suddenly, because Helen Worth is a great actor, she suddenly has become an animal expert. It's crazy. If Helen had spent the last 45 years, as I have, caring for them, then I would listen to her.
OK, Martin Lacey, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Helen, obviously Martin's got a lot of opinions, as you know, he's more than allowed to have. Final say to you?
Well, the public have decided, the government have decided, and hopefully the bill will go through.
OK. We do want to know exactly what you think at home as well, whether you agree with Martin Lacey about the circuses, or whether you'd like to see, as Helen does, a complete ban. 81189 is the text, or you can email us gm.tv.
It's 16 minutes past 7. The main headlines you're waking up to this morning. Pop superstar Michael Jackson has been ordered to shut his Neverland ranch after he failed to pay his workers for months. Politician John Profumo, who had to resign from the government in the 60s after having an affair with a call girl, has died. He was 91. And today's weather, most places will be cloudy with outbreaks of light rain. If you live in Northern Ireland or southwest England, you might see some sunshine this afternoon. Snow by the weekend, though.
Really?
Well, only down the eastern side, but we could all just shuffle over a bit.
We'll all get some in the end.
Oh, yeah.
I
am. I've got my plastic bin liner thingy that I slide down the hills on. Yeah. Excellent fun.
You want to go sledging? You want to go to Tamworth, go to the dome, snow dome?
Yeah. No, just out in the fields. Lovely. Now, Chantel's been with us all week from Spain, telling us how you can win £10,000.
Yeah, there's no snow there, but some money. Here she is.
I'm here in Marbella on the Costa del Sol. There's more millionaires here than there is anywhere else in Spain. And what a place to come to tell you how you could win £10,000.
If you fancy a bit of a luxury lifestyle, here's how you can win £10,000. Who hosts Big Brother? A. Tess Daly, B. Davina McCall, C. Kelly Brook.
You can dial 09068 100 100. That's 09068 100 100. Or you can text A, B or C as your answer, plus your name and full address to 81149. Or you can enter via the website.
Thank you. Thanks. Cheers. 2 months ago, I was counting my pennies, and now here I am, living it up in Marbella. Cheers, and good luck with the competition.
Oh, how lovely and sunny there it is over there. Lines open until 9 this morning.
1 minute you want sledging, now you're running around the sun.
I want sledging in the sun.
That'd be perfect.
What is wrong with that?
You can get it in the Alps. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Carla's in the Bahamas with Bond. Morning, Carla.
I'll be meeting up with Daniel Craig, taking you behind the scenes of the new Bond movie, Casino Royale, here in the beautiful Bahamas.
And talking of hunks, we're going to be talking to opera idol Vittorio after the break.
Così che possa perderti anche tu.
Find the same product cheaper, even on offer, we'll match the price. Plus give an extra 10% off. Equals our price promise. That's the real deal at B&Q.
Morrison's always have really low prices. And over 1,000 products on offer all the time. Including more than 150 buy one, get one frees. It all adds up to the biggest reason of all. Real value every day. More reasons to shop at Morrison's.
Carpet Power really works.
Yes! I can't sing Carpet Power's praises enough.
I get very excited when a product actually works.
It's brilliant.
Carpet Power, it's fantastic.
Carpet Power, it is top dog.
Carpet Power is always on hand.
Try Carpet Power. It's amazing.
OzClean Carpet Power really works.
Dad, that's not my brother there. I'm not Luke, and I don't play football.
Love is in the air.
Wake up the brown in your hair. Sunsilk Deeply Brunette. Reveal the intensity of your colour. Sunsilk shampoos and conditioners.
Maggie, you will always be my love. Maggie, what have you been dreaming of? Maggie, can't you see that you were made for me? Maggie, you will always be my love.
This is the very best of Johnny Mathis. 22 classic tracks from a legendary artist.
Until the 12th of never, 'cause I'm stone in love with you.
The very best of Johnny Mathis.
Much too little
CD out now.
again with you.
Classic screen icons brought to you in this weekend's Telegraph with Ingrid Bergman and Steve McQueen. Get your 2 free DVDs only inside tomorrow's Daily Telegraph and this weekend's Sunday Telegraph.
Dark, milk, smooth, textured. New Galaxy Promises. Different every time.
Can't believe with just one bowl a day I can feel the difference in 2 weeks.
Looking forward to that drink in 6 years, Terry.
Thanks, Bill. I feel great on the inside.
You'll feel even better on the outside.
One last favour, Bill?
That's the one.
You guys.
Take the All Brand Challenge and see if you can feel great in a fortnight.
Okay, people, listen up. Oh, sorry.
Looking good.
The new CRTV channel launches tomorrow at 9:25. It's massive.
It's 23 minutes past 7 now. He's faced criticism for being too trendy for opera. He's turned down Simon Cowell and he's shared a bevy or two with Robbie Williams. He's been nicknamed the Popra Idol and he's in the studio. Vittorio Grigolo, is that right?
Yes, sure. That's perfect. Perfectissimo.
Bueno. Oh, I think it's that Spanish. Now, Il Divo, you turned down Simon Cowell to join Il Divo. Why?
I said, you know, the first time Simon saw me, he said one thing's amazing to me, and everybody was smiling. He said to me, "Hi, Trouble." I don't know. It was something for the next what happened will happen, you know.
Yeah.
But I said no, because I was very close to the opera. It's not because it was not a huge project. It was, and so big, so beautiful things involved on it.
But you wanted to still carry on singing in the opera
yes,
houses, because I think you've just been singing in Barcelona,
yes,
haven't you?
Yes, I was in Barcelona a week ago. And that was amazing. We just finished the production of Otello, and that was unbelievable.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I know you're a bit of an action man, aren't you? Because I know you like paragliding and horse riding and ice skating and driving fast cars and all that sort of thing. And you can still do that, fit that in whilst you're singing opera?
I'm just, you know, I want to challenge myself every time. No? It's like, I like life. I appreciate everything. I want to know everything. That's why I have I'm full of energy and I want to try all kind of sport. And racing, I think motorbike and racing, engines, they have something with the music.
Yes, well, I used to talk to Ben Shepherd about that. He loves all that sort of gubbins. Now, you've got an album out. It's called In the Hands of Love. It's out on Monday.
Yes.
And you're going to perform Toussaint, is that right?
Yeah, Toussaint. Okay. The 13th of March.
13th of March it comes out. Well, I'll leave you to sing Toussaint. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Tu sei per me la storia che il filo d'erba dice alla rugiada. Sei il viaggio della nuvola che al vento va prima che pioggia cada. Sei il sogno che non finirà quando l'aurora illumina la strada. Tu sei per me il fiore che rinascerà qualunque cosa accada. I'm yours, every part of me. I wish I could stop each stump from breaking. I'm yours, only yours. When you're apart, my heart is always aching. Take me, I'm yours. Love me, I'm yours. Tu sei l'acqua che non tradirà la pura essenza della sua sorgente. Sei melodia che avvolgerà l'anima mia con le sue note lente. Tu sei per me il muschio che la pietra scalda senza chieder niente. Tu sei per me il fiume che mi porterà con sé nella corrente. I'm yours, every part of me. I wish I could stop each stump from breaking. I'm yours, only yours. When you're apart, my heart is always aching. Take me, I'm yours. Love me, I'm yours.
Fantastic. That is so brilliant. At 7:28 in the morning. I found it hard enough at 8 o'clock at night to do anything this singing, as we know.
But if only you'd been singing with Vittorio. You know, he could have made anybody shine. Well done, thank you very much. Ice dance as well, you could be dancing on ice next year.
Dancing on ice, and then just the two of us,
The whole
and then
thing.
Strictly Come Dancing,
All
everything.
fun.
All of
Brilliant.
them, all together.
Thank you very much, good luck with that. We're going to get the weather now. Here's Andrea.
GMTV Weather, sponsored by Topps Tiles. Brightening homes, whatever the weather.
Hi there, good morning. A bit of a mishmash weather-wise through today. What you can see on the overnight satellite pictures, we've got an old weather front that's bringing some rain across the north and east of the country. We've also got, you can see the radar's picking up some heavy rain pushing in across Northern Ireland, but we've also got some breaks just across the south and west. So you can see on this morning's chart just how cloudy it is for many parts of the country. Some sunshine for the southeast, but this is really where the best of the sunshine is going to be across the Republic of Ireland and across South Wales and the southwest. Still still a windy day across many parts, so it will still feel fairly chilly if you're out and about. For this afternoon, I think the showers that are across the far north of Scotland, in some places over the hills, they could well turn a little bit sleety, a bit wintry. Drier, but still fairly grey across western parts of Scotland through today, highs of around 6 or 7. Some sunshine for the southern parts of the Republic of Ireland, for the Isle of Man, but remaining fairly grey, as you can see, down the spine of the country. I don't think it's going to be turning sleety just yet. It's just going to be grey and wet. We do have some rain just across Wales, but you can see for the southwest of Wales, just into around the Gloucestershire, Wiltshire sort of area, you'll see some sunshine. A wet afternoon for the southeast, maybe sunny at the moment, but the rain will move in later on. But that means it'll be clearing away from the southwest. So here we'll see the best of any sunshine, still 1 or 2 showers wrapped up in there, still be fairly windy and also feeling quite fresh in that, but at least you'll see some brightness. Now, things will turn unsettled through the weekend. Overnight tonight, we will start to see some cold air feeding in. As we move through Saturday, we will see some milder but moist air pushing in from the west. Put the two of them together, and what happens is it turns into snow. This is when it's going to be happening. You see, throughout the weekend, we'll see snow forming over parts of Scotland, into northern England, moving down into Wales, the Midlands, and indeed into East Anglia. What will happen for Saturday? Things will start off cool, cold, but pretty much dry across eastern areas before this area of rain pushes in on Saturday. Overnight into Sunday morning, it will clash against that cold air, so that's where we'll see the snow. And temperature-wise, there'll be a big variation across the country. Very cold across eastern areas where we're expecting some significant snowfall. It will cause you problems if you're planning any trips over the weekend in the car. It will cause you some problems. Temperatures 2 to 3 degrees in the east, much milder, maybe even double figures in the west. Easy summary. For your in-depth local outlook, visit our website, gm.tv, or for a 10-day forecast, call GMTV's Weatherline on 0905 514 0000.
Yes, coming up, Daniel Craig is the next controversial 007. Is he up to it? He thinks he is, and so does Carla, talking to her after the news.
And My Family is back. One of its stars, Daniela Denby-Ash, is going to be here, along with Richard Arnold, to tell us all about the new series.
Right now, Amanda at the news desk. Penny, thank you. Good morning. Michael Jackson has been ordered to shut down his Neverland ranch in California after he failed to pay his workers for months. It's the latest crisis to hit Jackson, who was acquitted last year of child molestation charges. He's reported to have flown back to the United States. He'd been living in the Middle East. Thousands of pensioners face the prospect of paying back money which they were given by mistake by a government department. New figures obtained by the Conservatives reveal that more than £130 million has been paid out in pension credit. Government officials say the mistakes happened before new measures were put in place to increase efficiency. The former Conservative Minister John Profumo, who was at the centre of one of the biggest political scandals of the 20th century, has died. He was 91. He was forced to resign from the cabinet in 1963 for lying to the House of Commons over his affair with showgirl Christine Keeler. The story was made into the film Scandal in 1989. More than 250 doctors from 7 countries have signed a letter calling on the United States to stop force-feeding prisoners at Guantanamo Bay in Cuba who are on hunger strike. They also want medical staff carrying out the force-feeding to be disciplined. It's believed 5 detainees are refusing food. Poor air quality on planes could increase the risk of deep vein thrombosis. It had been thought clots were caused by just sitting still for long periods. Now researchers in Holland think low air pressure and oxygen levels are to blame. The government's official watchdog is criticising ministers for the way they dealt with the collapse of MG Rover. The government gave the ailing car giant a £6 million loan in the hope the firm would be bailed out by a Chinese company. But the National Audit Office says the chance of getting such a deal was remote, and £5.2 million will now have to be written off. Now, what are you tucking into for breakfast this morning? Well, for many of us, it could well be porridge. Sales have soared by an amazing 81% in just 5 years. The health benefits of eating porridge are thought to be the main reason for its recent revival. And that brings the time now to 7:33. I'm back at 8. Here's Penny. Thanks very much. Now he's shaken but not stirred. He's blonde, slightly stocky and not normally playing the bad guy. I'm not talking about him. Daniel Craig, has he got what it takes to be Bond? He's a controversial choice, and there's even a website set up to boycott his first outing as 007.
That's ridiculous, for heaven's sake. Give him a chance.
Carla Romano, who went out to investigate on the set of Casino Royale. And Carla, shaken and stirred yourself, were you?
Slightly stirred, I think Penny would is enough to say there. I've got to say, on screen he looks incredibly impressive, really built, you know, big, taut body. But in person he just seems an awful lot... He seems an awful lot smaller in person. His body seems an awful lot smaller in person. I flew to the Bahamas to meet up with Daniel and the rest of the cast for Casino Royale. And I've got to say, he definitely has a lot of potential. Certainly a lot of female admirers on the set, especially when he took his shirt off. No complaints about his body from them. But Penny, he does, as you said, have his doubters. A few people don't think he's really up to doing the job. There's even been websites, as you said, launched criticising him, saying he's not good-looking enough, he's not charismatic enough, he's just not Bond enough. So I wanted to know from him whether he was at all frustrated that so much negative publicity has been out there, even before he's had a chance to show what he's made of.
I don't get frustrated, I really don't. I mean, I'm focusing on what we're doing here, and I know we're creating something that's going to be very special. I mean, I think we're making a fantastic movie, I really do. And if that's the case, then we might stand a chance of making a fantastic Bond. And that's where I'm coming from. I mean, we've got one of the best teams in the world, we've got a great cast, and we've got all the things in the right place. So, you know, when it comes down to it, if we make a bad movie, then we've all got to hold up our hands, and I've got to hold up my hands. But at the moment, I'm just cracking on with it.
Well, I think he looks well hunky. Been a lot of talk about him not coping with, excuse me, some of the action scenes and having his teeth knocked out. But then presumably, if he's got a tiny, tiny body, even if it comes up big, maybe that's the problem.
Penny, you know what? I think the tabloids have been a little bit nasty. They haven't given him a particularly easy ride on this one at all, giving the public the impression that he's a bit of a big girl's blouse, that he can't cope with the action scenes. Well, he said that a lot of the injuries that he sustained have been completely blown out of all proportion.
I get knocks every day on this movie, really, because we're doing, you saw some of the stuff we're doing. It's incredibly physical, and that's just the way it is. You know, I knocked a crown, and that was it. But by the time it hits the press, obviously there's blood and there's everything, but, you know, it's...
But you're fine and everything's...
I'm fine.
I'll tell you who's also fine, Carly. You're scrubbing up awfully well today. I think you should put your name forward for a Bond girl. You look great.
I feel about 105. I've not stopped for about 3 weeks. It's makeup.
Yeah.
The magic of makeup.
Wonderful. Must get some.
And being on Jay Leno colour as well, that's obviously what's doing it to you.
Oh, God.
See ya. See you later.
No, bye.
Excellent. You know what the thing is?
LA.
Viggo Mortensen, who played Strider in Lord of the Rings, he knocked his tooth out during that, and he just carried on and didn't make a fuss. See? Yeah. And in fact, I think he got some super glue and stuck it back in. Yeah. That's a real man.
But he was supposed to look grubby and kind of unkempt.
He's not supposed to be James Bond.
Slightly snaggle-toothed. Yeah.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, if the children have left the room, get them back in, because right after the break, news of a brand new children's channel that looks set to be fantastic.
And My Family comes back this weekend talking to...
The Giant's Causeway, Ireland. A prehistoric volcanic landscape discovered by the MacDonald clan. On holiday from Aberdeen. This ancient rope bridge was first crossed slowly by American Bob Charles, followed eventually by Barbara. And here's the man who discovered the famous Galway Oyster Festival, and the Music Festival, and the Poetry Festival, and the art. Discover your very own Ireland at discoverireland.com.
Fall under the spell of Vittorio Grigolo, an amazing new talent for 2006. In the Hands of Love is an exceptional debut album from Italy's finest young tenor, featuring 14 magical recordings, from Maria to an incredible duet with Catherine Jenkins. In the Hands of Love also includes a stunning interpretation of Keane's Bed-Shaped. Discover the voice of Vittorio Grigolo on his debut album, In the Hands of Love, out next week.
Kitchen Power is brilliant.
My mum sent me some Kitchen Power and it's great.
Yes!
Try Kitchen Power. It's amazing.
Kitchen Power really works.
When pain attacks, where do you turn? Take Anadin Extra. It contains 3 active ingredients. 1 to target the source of pain, 2 to help block pain, and 3 to speed up relief. Try the triple power of Anadin Extra for people who just get on with it.
Harry enjoys the nightlife, the good life, and high life with 60% real fish and real meat recipes.
This week in Hello, the exclusive we've all been waiting for. Geri Halliwell tells the true story behind her pregnancy. Only in Hello, the magazine celebrities trust.
If only we could develop our minds and muscles in our sleep, just as much as a baby does. For all their amazing developments, Pampers helps protect sleep up to 12 hours. Inspired by babies, created by Pampers.
Treat me like a fool.
Introducing The Little Willies, featuring Lee Alexander, Richard Julian, and the unmistakable Norah Jones.
Won't you roll on, sweet baby, roll on.
A tribute to the great American songwriters from the biggest little bar band in New York.
Easy as the rain came.
The Little Willies, out now.
Your very own Ireland. From only £27 one way to Dublin with Aer Lingus. Book online at aerlingus.com.
Why not keep abreast of the breaking news with GMTV's text news service? You can get the lunchtime and early evening headlines from the GMTV news desk direct to your phone. The latest updates wherever you are. To subscribe for 25p per message, text the word news to 82189 and let the headlines come to you.
7:41 now then. I hope the children are watching. If they're not, get them in the room. If they're not, you'll probably enjoy this anyway. I've got a brand new channel starting for children. CITV launches tomorrow. Dedicated to children's programmes for all ages. Cartoons, Mad, Crazy Studio Capers, the lot. So who better to tell about it than a few familiar faces. Jamie and Anna from Tunatic. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Holly and Stephen from the Saturday Showdown down there. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to start in the studio here first. So, first things first, Jamie and Anna, tell us what we can expect.
Right, well, basically, we've taken all the best bits from CITV, all the shows, all the tunes, absolutely everything, and we've just chucked it all into one huge channel, basically.
Yeah, it's literally that. All the best bits from CITV, and then the GMTV stuff in the morning, the Tunatic. Plus, of course, you've got all this stuff. So you've got a preschool block as well in the mornings for like 2 to 5 year olds as well. So that's quite important.
Coco's, Dora, got loads of stuff. Engie Benji. So pills for the little ones, which is always nice.
And Tunatic's going to be on it, yeah?
Tunatic's going to be on as well. Yeah, not on Saturday, because obviously Steve and Holly launch it. There's us. That's what you can expect from Sunday onwards. Yes.
Okay.
More trouble. The good thing about this channel, though, is that most of it, most of the content on it is UK produced. You know, or UK commissioned, so it's kind of real homegrown stuff.
British stuff.
Yeah, so we should be really proud about that.
Best of British. Talking best of British, down Saturday Showdown gang, down in Maidstone. Holly and Stephen, I've had a little taster of what we can expect. What about you guys? What are you guys going to be giving us?
Go on, do you want to go first?
Well, we've got the slightly older end. We've got cartoons such as Bratz, which is very exciting. It's kind of like Clueless was, but it's sort of cartoons, and all the dolls have been out for ages. And we've got the premiere of that starting on Saturday, which is very exciting.
Absolutely, it's exclusive. Also, My Parents Are Aliens, which is like one of CITV's biggest successes. That's going to be on the channel as well. And also, don't forget, it does go from 6 in the morning till 6 at night, so you can see it all the time.
All day long, as much telly as you want.
Fantastic. Well, I think we've actually got some highlights, so we can all enjoy a little taste. Let's have a look.
Cool.
That looks fantastic.
It's going to be good.
There's a lot of stuff on the channel as well, which, you know, is new to the channel. So, you know, even we haven't seen it.
Lots of premieres like that, Brat. Now, obviously, Stephen and Holly, congratulations on the ice dancing. Was spectacular success, both of you. I know, Stephen,
good fun.
working yourself to the bone on the ITV2 show. I know exactly what that can be like.
Yes.
But clearly, just when that finished, and you should be allowed to relax on a Saturday after showdown, they're giving you more time on air.
No, I know.
But it's a good thing. It's a good thing because it means that we get half an hour on the channel, which is exclusive, which you can't see on CITV1.
Yeah.
So we can get to be a bit naughty and hang out on the channel with all of our Freeview viewers, which is lovely.
But tomorrow's different to the normal week because normally we'll come off there at 11:25 and then go straight over to the Freeview channel, which is Freeview 75, channel 75. But tomorrow we're actually on Freeview at 10:30.
We're early because it's Grand Prix weekend.
Yeah.
So we're on 9:25 till 10:25, and then we're on Freeview for the rest of the time.
Yes.
Excellent. There's something for the kids and for the dads and the whole shebang, and you just got to try and work out when it all
Like for the weekend.
Absolutely, yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
And us lads.
And the lads. Holly and Stephen will let you carry on down there. And guys, best of luck with it all.
Thank you. So it kicks off tomorrow, 9:25, then every single day, 6 until 6. There's loads to basically watch.
And Freeview 75.
That's the one.
You just got to get Freeview, or then you can watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Well, it sounds like great. I'm hooked already.
Either get Freeview or be 75.
Yeah, that's it.
Either.
Then you're
really
laughing.
doesn't matter. Just time to tell you how you can win £10,000 with this week's competition. Here's Chantel.
Who hosts Big Brother? A. Tess Daly. B. Davina McCall. C. Kelly Brook.
You can dial 09068 100 100, or you can text A, B or C as your answer, plus your name and full address to 81149.
Lines close at 9.
Yeah, good luck with that. Coming up on GMTV today, Richard Arnold's here with his pick of the weekend's telly.
Señorita, I was wondering if, well, my brothers and I could buy your orange tree.
Made with only the most loved oranges. Minute Maid, overflowing with goodness.
It's always the perfect time for a short break at Centre Parks. Call 08700 675 675 for daytimes and night times. First times, fun times, and once in a lifetimes. For your free DVD and brochure, visit centreparks.co.uk or call now on 08700 675 675.
Grab the day. Muller Vitality now with the added benefit of omega-3. And this week at Asda, buy 1 6-pack of Vitality drink and get 1 free.
Try Anodin Extra. Its 3 active ingredients target the source of pain, help to block pain, and speed up relief.
It's Saturday. 2 shoppers pop into Pizza Hut for the new $3.99 pizza buffet. Yvonne has new roller skates. John has the box. Yvonne treats John to the unlimited pizza buffet. She goes up 3 times, collecting 6 varieties on 8 wheels. So, if the pizza buffet is now available at the weekend for just $3.99, how many weekends do they go submarining? Now every day, the unlimited $3.99 buffet at Pizza Hut. You do the maths, we do the pizza.
This lady is just one of the many who have grown ever more curious about what goes on in the Nutrigrain factory. She believes that only magical powers can bake something so soft and yummy from wheat, oats and fruit.
Tell them about the pixies now.
They come out the factory gates at night with the tall hats with the bells on, doing the kung fu with the balls. You've seen them, Eric, haven't you? Come on, say Pixie.
With wheat, oats and fruit magically transformed into soft, yummy loveliness. Nutrigrain, made soft and yummy by magic, apparently. And if Nutrigrain's delicious new taste doesn't satisfy your munchies, they'll give you your money back.
Proper gravy needs a glug of Liam Perrins.
Wow! I love today's China! The people with amazing food! Starting with some fresh local ingredients. And the most stir-fried sensations made right here. It's the real taste of today's China. 请慢用 Amoy, the fresh taste of modern China.
I'm sorry, Susan. I just can't do this anymore. HP. Proper British.
Chips. Add a splash of Liam parents. Splish and chips.
An opera star and TV reality stars coming together to create a sound worth singing about. It's G4 and Leslie Garrett performing live, Tuesday on GMTV.
TV Pick of the Day is sponsored by Lotus Thirst Pockets with technology.
OK, time to find out what's worth watching on TV tonight. Actually, very excited.
Yes.
Hustle at
Love
last.
it. Love it. It's absolutely cracking. I've watched the first 2 episodes. Tonight, the lads and lasses are back from Las Vegas. And what do you know? They spot their first mark within about 30 seconds. It's impossibly slick, but it's never smug. It is terrific boys' own stuff. And a little something for you, Penny, too. Take a look.
All right. Stay there. Don't go. Stay there. We'll take a look.
I have to get to Walthamstow.
No. Only place you going is the hospital. I think it's broken.
Well, will you take it for me then?
You don't even know me.
Well, you stopped him. I know you're honest. Please, if this money doesn't get there by 1 o'clock, then we're going to lose our house.
No, man. I ain't taking no money nowhere, Dre.
Will you take it then for me?
Mel Smith also stars as a dodgy
Lester.
pub owner turned human trafficker. Adrian Lester. I once saw him doing The Bard, you know. Hamlet. Very good, yes. It's very rare that you have talent, obviously, at this point in the day.
We all know that.
Because I'm always in this slot. But I'd like to introduce you to Dame Daniela Denby-Ash.
Morning.
Thank you,
Morning,
Richard. Morning. Hello.
Lovely to see you this morning because, of course, you've got your new series starts tonight.
We have.
My Family.
Yes.
Now, how many? 6th series now?
6th series, yes.
That's incredible.
Long time.
Is it still the same cast?
It is, yeah. Chris Marshall isn't around, but yes.
Did he finally moved out?
Cast. He has finally moved out.
That's extraordinary.
He must still be sponging off his father, though. He can't possibly
Every now
stop
and
doing
then.
that.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not around.
And it's still great fun going and doing it? And
It is, yeah. It's kind of like putting, your coat on, really, and just going to work. It's not... It's the same,
It's phenomenally
same people.
successful, though, isn't it? Incredibly successful.
Well, it's because it's such good writing. It is good writing, isn't it, My Family? And apart from the marvellous, obviously impeccable acting.
On that note, shall we take a look at Daniela doing a little bit of work in next week's episode? Take a look.
And I bet he turns out to be a hunk, doesn't he? Yeah.
A little twinkle in your eye, girl.
Right.
We last met, actually, on the set of your brand new drama called The Family Man. She was a bit tricky, actually, but we managed to get a few answers out of her.
He was a nightmare.
No change.
Something that doesn't surprise us.
Doing a bit of acting with Trevor Reeve.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Basically, it's about fertility and IVF, and it's a 3 one-hour part drama, and it's all pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah,
but I think delicately told.
So kind of these series are kind of a bit like buses. You wait for one to come along and they all come along at the same time.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but it was good fun. It was good fun. Hard work.
Excellent.
Really
You do work with some lovely people, don't you? You have Chris Marshall in My Family, and they've got Trevor Reeve, who's also a bit of a dish, and then, of course, there was lovely Richard Armitage.
TV's Richard Arnold. TV's Richard Arnold.
Yes.
No, Richard Armitage.
Anyway,
Gorgeous
moving
Richard
swiftly
Armitage
on to
in North and
Coronation
South.
Street. Would you hold this up for me? This is my dolly dealer, my Dickie dealer for the day. Here you go. You'll see this is the Rutting Ramsden. Ash is going from with a bit of a pitchfork. That's coming up in the next couple of weeks on Coronation Street. But tonight it is a blast from the past for Gail that we have to worry about. We saw the lovely Helen Worth on the show earlier today. You can never get enough of her. Take a look.
You don't have to hide it from me, you know.
I wasn't. I'm glad of the excuse of a break.
Never get it finished at the rate you're going.
I'm on the home straight now. I'm hoping to have it done by Easter. What is it?
Who is it, Phil? Why are they bringing up the past like this?
My money's still on David.
Like that.
They do indeed. It's good for soap. Meryl's in peril on the Royal. Not in a good way. Man trouble as well. Here you go.
Just 10 minutes out your life. Is that too much to ask, Meryl?
Staff Nurse Taylor to you.
We need to sort something out.
We already have. You messed up. We're over. Get used to it.
Do you want my opinion?
Button it, Stella.
button it.
Cracking stuff, actually. It's the first episode of the new series, starts on Sunday. Very beautiful in real life.
Oh, thank you.
Don't do that, you'll never get your hand back, Daniela. Have it off as quick as you put it near him.
What are we going to do this weekend then? There's no dancing on ice, no, just the two of us. That was a marvellous show. Very good.
There are other ways in which you can
missed.
get interactive with the medium.
24, that's all you got to worry about on Sunday.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Jack's back, as usual.
24 hours of your life.
I know, and it's not long enough, if you ask me. Let's get the weather. Here's Andrea.
GMTV Weather, sponsored by Tops Tiles. Brightening homes, whatever the weather.
Hello there, good morning. Quite an unsettled outlook for the next 24 hours or so. We have an old weather front that's actually bringing some rain across the north and east of the country, some showers here. We've also got some quite heavy rain pushing in across parts of Northern Ireland. But you can see breaks in the cloud just out to the west. If we take a look at this morning's chart, you can see this is where the cloud is at the moment, but this is where the best of the sunshine is across parts of the Republic of Ireland, South Wales and into the West Country. Now, let's take a look at what's happening for this afternoon. Things looking a bit unsettled, as I say, for the next 24 hours, but also through the weekend. It will start to turn a bit colder. It'll already start through this afternoon as the showers over the hill start to turn a little bit sleety and wintry in nature. We do have some dry weather out to the west, not necessarily going to be sunny, but it is going to be drier. Some sunshine, though, by the end of the day for parts of Northern Ireland, the Isle of Man. Still remaining quite grey, though, down the spine of the country, down the Pennines. In towards Wales, where we do have an area of rain across Wales, into the Midlands, into the southeast, but South Wales and in towards around the Gloucestershire, Wiltshire area, you should see some sunshine this afternoon. Might be sunny in the southeast at the moment, but it will turn greyer and wetter through the afternoon. As we slide away back into the southwest, though, again, as I said, you're going to see some good sunny spells this morning, and it looks like you'll see the best chance of sunshine this afternoon. You'll still see the odd shower, it'll still be windy, and temperatures only getting up to around 8 or 9 degrees, but it's still the best part of the country today weather-wise. Now, as I say, things looking unsettled. This is what's going to be happening. Already through this afternoon, we will see colder air turning things rather sleety and wintry over the high ground in Scotland. That will continue as we go through the weekend. We'll see this area of cold air being dragged in from the northeast. That will mix with mild moist air, that's not even a word, mild moist air that's coming in from the west. Put the two of them together. I bet I couldn't have said that if I tried. Well, actually, I did say it and I didn't try, you know what I mean. We have to say that'll turn to snow as the two air masses mix. What will happen through the weekend, this is when it's actually going to happen, starting off colder but drier on the east on Saturday, then this milder air comes in, and then you can see on Sunday where we will see snow. It will cause problems if you're out on the roads. Here's your summary.
For your in-depth local outlook, visit our website, gm.tv, or for a 10-day forecast, call GMTV's Weatherline on 0905 514 0000.
Stirred but not shaken, Daniel Craig says he's not too blonde for Bond, and he tells us the truth about those teeth. They're all made out of muffins. Good morning, you're watching GMTV Today.
I'm sorry. It's nearly 8 o'clock, Friday the 10th of March 2006.
Yes, we're talking to the new 007. Daniel Craig tells us he will cut it as Bond. Carla Romano's been to the Bahamas. Carla.
I'll be meeting up with Daniel Craig, taking you behind the scenes of the new Bond movie, Casino Royale, here in the beautiful Bahamas.
She'll be getting out of a nightie straight after that.
Let's hope so. Not just one Hollywood star, we've also got Sir Anthony Hopkins, who's in a rather playful mood.
Hello, everyone, on Good Morning TV.
You love that. We've got more from him on his brand new film, The World's Fastest Indian, at around 8:30.
And less than a year after her son Anthony was murdered in a horrific race attack, we hear from G Walker, who's turned her grief into something positive. She's a real inspiration, and we're going to be hearing from G in 10 minutes' time.
Yeah, but right now it's approaching 8 o'clock, so let's get the news. Here's Amanda. Morning, Amanda.
Good morning, Ben. The headlines at 8 o'clock. 3 children and a man have been killed after an explosion at a house in Staffordshire. Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch is shut.